Good morning and welcome to Fort Zeller Elementary School. This is your principal, Mr. Lynn, and I hope that you had a wonderful Tuesday yesterday. Today is Wednesday, January 19th, 2022. Now, before we kick off this, and by the way, it is also a day 2. Now, before we kick off this wonderful day, I want to invite you, as I always do, to participate in the Mindful Minute. The Mindful Minute is a good way to get yourself to arrive and to settle into this present moment. It is a Wednesday. It is the middle of the week already. And before we get so caught up about the end of the week or how our week began, let's just celebrate Wednesday for being Wednesday, okay? So let's use our eyes for a moment and let's go ahead and scan our environment and focus in on something that catches your eyes. And it might be not just an object, it might be a small part of an object. That's okay too. But just look at it, study its shape, maybe its colors. Are there shadows, or is it shiny? Is it, what's the texture of it like according to your eyes? Then with your nose, take a breath in and out. What do you notice with your sense of smell? What smells, what scents do you notice, and what do you what do those scents remind you of? Do they take you back in time? Do they take you to a place? Do they make you think of something else? As smells often do. With your ears, just listen. What do you hear? What do you hear with your sense of hearing, right? What sounds are there that all of a sudden become so clear to you because you're finally paying attention? The crazy thing is that as we go on through our day, there are sounds like that happening, but we're not paying attention to it. We're too busy working on learning how to read, or we're busy running around, in PE, and there are so many other sounds going on, and our brain is so focused on so many other things that sometimes we just have to take a step back and just experience what it feels like to exist. Same thing with your sense of touch, with your skin. What do you feel? Okay, those feelings you feel against your skin are real. They're happening right now. Okay, and then we're going to move into our breathing technique. Okay, but the crazy thing today is that I am not the only one who's going to be breathing with you today. We have a guest with us, and he is not one of my own kids. It's not Timothy or Levi or Audrey, but it's one of our Fort Zeller friends. And this Fort Zeller friend and I decided we've been telling you guys we're going to find a way to get some of you guys onto the videos, and so he decided, and he was kind enough to work with me to try to make it happen, kind of a test for in the second half of the year. Okay, so here's the great thing. Breathing is something we all do, and I love that many of you guys are joining me and thinking of good breathing techniques, okay? And some of you guys are coming up with your own, and you have something that you have to do when you breathe in, and you know what you have to do in your new technique when you breathe out, okay? Those are the only two things, right? So if you have a new breathing technique, you got to be able to say, this is what you do when you breathe in with your nose, and you've got to be able to tell everybody else what you do when you breathe out with your nose, okay? With your mouth. Without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our friend. I'll see you on the flip side.
Hi guys, my name is Wesley, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do a breathing technique called the elevator. So you want to put your arm out like this. So you want to put your arm out like this, and then when you're breathing in through your nose, you lift it up, and then you do this and breathe out. Now we're going to do it 5 times. So here you go. So that's how you do the elevator. So now it's going to go back to Mr. Lynn.
Thank you, Wesley. How did he do? I mean, he did an awesome job. You know what I loved about it? He introduced himself. He shared that he had a new breathing technique. He shared the name of it, the elevator, and then he also went ahead and showed us how to do it. And I definitely see the elevator as my arms go up and down as I breathe in and breathe out. So that's really neat. But let's do it all together now. Okay, get yourself settled. Notice your body. You can close your eyes if you want, but go ahead and take that first breath in. And as you let it out through your mouth, open your hands, begin to lower your arms. Very good. Breathe in again. And out. Breathe in again. Notice the coolness of the air is still flowing in through your nose. That doesn't change, filling your belly. And as you breathe out, notice the warmth of that air going through your mouth. If your mind wanders, just bring it right back to the elevator breathing method. Breathe in and breathe out. And while you're at it, think about what feelings and emotions you brought to school today. They're real. Don't push them away. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now, in a moment, you'll hear a bell or a chime. Listen to it as it gets quieter and quieter. And when you can't hear it anymore, you may then open your eyes and awaken to the world that is around you. Welcome to a new day right here at the fort, where you are loved, where you are cared for, and where we want you to succeed. Now, whether you have a great day or not, it's ultimately your choice, so choose wisely, work at it, and enjoy the rewards. At this moment, please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You can go ahead and take a seat. I want to thank you for joining me in the Mindful Minute, joining Wesley. If you see him, if he's in your class, or if you see him in the hallways, give him a nice little encouraging, say, you did good. It's never easy being the first one, and he was brave and he showed a great breathing technique. I hope that many of you guys find it a really fitting breathing technique that you can use in the future as well. Okay? So anyways, we got 3 expectations here at the school. That hasn't changed either. Number 1, be respectful to yourself as well as to others. Do things, the right things, even when nobody else is looking. Respect yourself, respect your teachers, and respect your friends, okay? And be responsible with your mouth, right? The words that come out of your mouth, with your hands, with your feet, with how you use your body, the way you think, right? Oftentimes, you might be thinking not so great things, and nobody else might know it, but you know it. How are you going to get yourself to think in a more positive and encouraging way, okay? Sometimes you might even say, you might make a mistake, and then you might say, oh, Mr. Lin, you've done so bad. You're a terrible student. Well, you know what? Instead of saying that to myself, what I really ought to say is, you know what? Man, we made a mistake. We could do better next time, right? Okay? It's all in how you repackage that feeling. And that's something that deals with responsibility. Finally, show that you're ready. You are ready to learn. You're ready to tackle the day, ready to have an amazing day, ready to eat lunch at a level 1, ready to listen to the grown-ups when they need to talk to you, ready to be respectful in how you talk to others when they're respecting you and listening to you too. All right? And then we also have our character trait of the month, which is tolerance. Make sure that we're celebrating accepting each other's differences, how different we are. I mean, how cool is it? Wesley is a whole different kid, right? He's younger than me. He's in 2nd grade. Then you've got Mr. Lin. He's older, right? But somehow we are different and we can celebrate each other's differences. And we have some things that we kind of enjoy, like coming up with new breathing techniques. And that's kind of cool too. So there are many things that we can celebrate about each other. And I hope that you find ways to do that. And the best way to do that is to go find other people and tell them you like them just the way they are. Because guess what? This guy who really does truly love you. And I love you as students. And I love the grown-ups, the teachers and the paras. And when I say this, I mean it to all. I love you just the way you are. Go find someone. Tell them you love them just the way they are. And I can't wait to see you guys around. Have a great day, everyone.